At Berkeley, she helped form a band, Till Tuesday. She played bass, she sang, and she wrote. In 1985, they released Voices Carry. It broke through. The title track climbed the charts. The video dominated MTV. It won Best New Artist. Almost overnight, she became one of the faces of a new era. But even then, something was different. Her songs weren't typical pop songs. They were sharper, more observant, more interested in people than cliches. From the outside, it looked like success. Inside, it was much more complicated. Follow-up albums showed growth, but not the same commercial impact, and after a shift at the record label, their final album was largely abandoned. By 1990, Till Tuesday was over, and once again she was in between momentum and uncertainty. Till Tuesday had given man a platform, but not exactly freedom, and that was about to matter more than anything else.
It's a major surprise to me that no artist has ever walked up, taking the elevator up to the 32nd floor in the CBS building and sprayed the entire place with machine gun fire.
Negative thoughts from singer-songwriter Aimee Mann.
Now that Till Tuesday had disbanded, Mann set out on her own. But the industry didn't make it easy. Her record contract kept her locked in place, unable to release new material for years.
You cannot imagine what a loser I felt like a year ago. Truly.
It was a familiar pattern, momentum followed by resistance. When she finally began releasing solo work, it was clear her instincts hadn't changed. If anything, they had sharpened. The songs were quieter, more precise, focused less on hooks but on truth. But that didn't fit neatly into what labels expected. There were disputes, delays, pressure to be something else that she wasn't, and she didn't bend to those rules. By the late 1990s, she had already done the hard part. She had become exactly the kind of songwriter she wanted to be. The question was, would anyone meet her there?
Now when anybody's labeled a difficult artist, I think, a person with integrity. I'm on their side.
Thank you very much.
If the industry thinks you're difficult, you're probably swinging.
By the mid-1990s, Mann's music was starting to drift toward film. She even appeared on screen in a small cameo in The Big Lebowski as the German nihilist who sacrifices her toe.
Steve Hicks and Blanket.
Für mich auch Heidelbeer Pfannkuchen. Heidelbeer Pfannkuchen.
She has lingonberry pancakes.
Oh Mann, wenn ich da an Pfannkuchen in Bremen denke.
Ja, was ist dann mit?
Das ist einfach besser, da ist richtige Butter dran, nicht so ein Scheißfleck, das schmeckt so ranzig und kacke wieder, Mann. Das ist echt scheiße.
Around the same time, she met Paul Thomas Anderson, a filmmaker who is widely known throughout Hollywood for his classics like Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood. Anderson would later go on to sit down and write an adaptation of Aimee Mann's songs. This adaptation would end up becoming his magnum opus, Magnolia, released in 1999. Mann's music didn't just appear in Magnolia, it shaped Magnolia. Songs like her cover of One
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one.
Songs like Wise Up became part of the emotional architecture of the story itself, so much so that the characters even sing it at one point in the film.
It's not going to stop till you wise up.
And it is in this moment that Aimee Mann's songwriting no longer is operating solely in the background, but is the story itself. Everything comes together and aligns harmoniously. The Magnolia soundtrack would end up getting the gold certification. Save Me would receive an Academy Award nomination. Mann would even go on to perform the song at the Oscars. After years of label conflicts and industry resistance, Mann would finally receive that wider audience, without ever compromising or changing who she is. This was proof that the voice she had spent years protecting could finally connect on a larger scale. And it was so.